Welcome back, everybody, to another episode. This is episode 13, but it's part 3 of our Skeleton XP farm. And she's looking pretty darn tootin' good, I must say so myself. I do like the look of that. Yeah, wait till we're done. We're not done decorating it yet. This may end up having to be a 4-part series. Yeah, that's just because it's pretty big project, but it's actually going to be one of our smaller projects, I think. So let's go ahead and sleep, and let's head out here and show you guys what's going to be going on. All right, so daylight, just like that, magic TV, and let's head out there. Let's see what we got on us. Yeah, I don't think I showed this in my last one. I did enchant another diamond shovel. Unfortunately, it only gave me Unbreaking 3, not efficiency. So that kind of sucks. But I think we've got... Oh, please don't be anything. Alright, yeah. Fortunately, it's not an efficiency, but I do believe I renamed it. Man, I hope I renamed it. Did I rename my shovel? Yeah, my shovel. Ha! Okay. I did rename it. We talked about that in the last episode, why I renamed it. I did do some things here. I did do some things. I cleared a bunch of this out, and in preparation for building the rest of it. But, you know, we kind of talked about it in the last episode, and I went ahead and did it. This should be enough. I may still end up going down and putting one of these in the side on either side. But for the most part, this seems to be relatively effective, because it was kind of annoying sitting here digging all this out. But I did, you know, I only had this on half the time. But this obviously is the spawner right below us, and you can hear all the water racing around right now. But yeah, I just quickly hooked this up. We'll put up a nice control panel here for everything, for both these lamps as well as that over there. We'll set up a nice little control panel. But yeah, we turn this off, and almost instantly they're gonna make liars out of me. Earlier, oh, you know what? That's why. In my test world, so they didn't drive me nuts. So the slime didn't drive me nuts. I had it on peaceful. My bad. I wish it didn't do that. I wish it kept the difficulty for the save, not your entire account. So fortunately, we didn't go too far into this. I don't want to seem like I'm cheating here. But yeah, we turned that off. Almost instantly, the skeletons come out. Alright, we'll go ahead and turn this back on. They should stop spawning. And we'll only get a couple that come up. Hello. Oh, yeah, just like him. There we go. 2. 3. Oh, more armor. Alright. So, anyways, what we're going to do now is, you know, I'm not going to build this here. It's going to take a lot of work for me to have to dig all this out and explain to you how the system is going to be set up. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you to my test world and show you guys there. Die. Shh. What? Come on. There we go. And show you guys there what exactly we're going to be doing. So, when we come back here, all this is going to be built, and we'll put the finishing touches on it. And so, yeah, enjoy. Welcome back, everybody, to my 3PG test world. This is where I come and test out various things to see how we can implement them in my Let's Play world. And today, what we're going to be working on, this is the item sorter / automatic disposal for what we're going to use for our skeleton farm. That's why I've got bones and arrows here. This is just the universal symbol for miscellaneous, because you can't stack lob buckets, so therefore can't filter them. So this is it's kind of the universal symbol of miscellaneous. So this is the main one we're going to be using. I'll talk about the design in this minute. I want to talk about the one that most people usually see when you look up the item sorter online. And I'm not going to take credit for the item sorter here. It's a combination of several sorters I've seen. I just kind of put it together and adopted it into what I kind of the look and feel that I kind of like. So this is the normal one you would see like we got here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw that up there for looks. But oops, what we got here is we got your main input pipe that comes down. You insert your items here, comes through, it hits your main transport pipe, and it checks these filters. The second row of hoppers is the filters. This one we've got. Let's go ahead and fix this one. This one's set up for bones. This one, we'll just call this one miscellaneous. I don't have this one set up. Here, yeah, we'll set this one up for cobblestone. All right, so that one goes down. And the way this item sorter works, and it's a really good item sorter. I like it. It's adaptable, just like ours will be adaptable. You can make this higher than 3. You can make each item as thick with chests as you really want. But the problem with this is, unless you build it really tall, if you try to keep it tight and compact like this is probably about as small as I'd want to go. Even in my skeleton XP farm, I don't want too much bone and arrow, but this will probably be about the size I use. And so it's 3 chests. But the way this works is you put your items in, it goes through, and it checks. Well, if the bones here, just like this, we'll put one more in. Oh, that's right, I don't have this set up. I forgot I broke this. Sorry about that. I wasn't ready for that. The way this works is you put your item in and close it down. When this gets full, it drops it down. It gives it enough power on this comparator to light up this redstone twice here. So let's do that again. Let's put more in there. See? Lights this up, and it trips this repeater, which shuts the redstone off, which allows this hopper to let the item through, drop through, and it goes through and it filters down. So now all our bones are down in here. All right, that's a great system. It works awesome. Here's the problem. All right, and imagine this is set up with more than one thing here. I'll be able to explain my point. The problem is, let's say we've got 2 sets of boxes here, right? 2 item sorters set up here. We got another box here, and another. It's all set up right here. All right, this is cobblestone, okay? And all right, well, no, we'll just call it bones. All right, this is bones, and this will be obsidian. That's what I've got them geared out to. All right, so let's assume that my bones is full, which in my skeleton farm, it's going to get full pretty quick. Let's be honest. We're going to, between the bones and arrows, it's going to go through quick. That's why I've come up with the garbage disposal idea. But if this is your main one, you know, you don't want this to happen to you. So what's going to happen is, let's break this. This will simulate the fact that this is full, because if this is full, it's not going to let any items through. So it doesn't matter if this redstone torch is turned off or not. Okay, so we'll just break this, and it'll make my point for what we're trying to do here. Okay, so now we come up here, and all your chests are full of bones. They're all full of bones. All the hoppers are full of bones. This hopper's full of bones. This hopper's full of bones. Now it's up to we're all the way up to the item sorter. This is the one that sorts. This is the important one. All right. So we go up here and we enter. What is it? It's going to be 40. So you can get up to 41, 42, 43, 44. You can get 45 in here and still doing okay. Still doing all right. All right. See this? We got both redstone torches on. We've got our obsidian in here. Now let's add that 42nd bone. It shuts this one off. Now all our obsidian is dumping out. So if we had all the chests set up, what would happen is this would now no longer be a sorter. Any item, doesn't matter what it is, even if you've got something over here, say cobblestone is your 3rd one, it's all going to dump straight into here because there's no redstone signal to shut this off. And there's no redstone signal because this one overflowed. So that's the problem with this design, is the redstone is too close. There's no way in this current design to break the redstone signal because, you know, you've got this just laced all the way down. So I've tried to figure out a decent way to break the signal and come up with an alright, well, I didn't really come up. Like I said, this is a combination of several designs, so I'm not going to take credit for any of it. I'm just putting it together and showing you guys what I'm going to use, not just in my skeleton XP farm, but this will be the design that I end up using. And you can use this design without having the garbage disposal, but I'll probably end up always using the garbage disposal because it came out good. It's a great idea. It makes it hands-free so you don't have to worry about anything. All right. And eventually we may end up adapting this to have an auto smelter. All right. So here's my design. Basic design. You put in the items just like that over there. It comes down. We put in arrows. This lights up as it's sorting this. Once the bones hits, it turns this one on and that one goes off. And then this one, this is just a universal sign for miscellaneous because you can't stack lava buckets. So everybody just kind of use this as your miscellaneous chest. So in my skeleton farm, this is all I'm going to sort right here. I'm just going to sort this and this. All the miscellaneous stuff like the bows that come out, you can't sort those. You can't sort the bows because you can't stack them because I got different damage ratings. Same thing with armor that gets dropped from the skeletons. It doesn't stack. So these chests will fill up relatively quickly. And that's why I made sure it was on the end. So everything that goes by, you know what, just go into the garbage disposal. And then even when the bones and the arrows fill up, you know, beyond having all these chests, what is it, all these hoppers and all these chests filled up before it actually hits the garbage disposal, you've got a ton of items, and that's more than I need or care to have in my world. So, all right, let's go ahead and explain how this works here. I believe I'm set up properly here in this one, so I'll grab everything. All right, so we come up here and put on the chest. Let's go ahead and I've got a trap chest right here, so it just kind of it won't dispense the items because it sends out a redstone signal. So we'll drop the items until we shut it. So let's go like that, and then we'll go like this, put bones back in. All right, now what happens is it goes down. First one is the bones. So it goes, and for the redstone signal, it triggers this piston. This piston comes down with a redstone block attached to it, and it powers this repeater. Sends a signal across, comes across, just like it did before, and bam, there we go. So now it switched to the miscellaneous. The miscellaneous, it did a couple miscellaneous, but now we're on the arrows. Now it's doing the arrows. All right, we don't need one of these for the miscellaneous. At the very end one, you don't need one. See, so right now it's doing the end ones, and I believe we got, I think we did another one here with the bones. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. It's a little noisier than, see, here we go. There's the arrows, there's the bones, and there's our miscellaneous stuff. So, perfect. It works really awesome. You can, it takes a little more redstone, obviously, because, I mean, you need 9 for the block, which really isn't that bad for a block. So, there's 9 there, and you've got a couple extra repeaters that you didn't have before. So there's a little bit more redstone, but ultimately, it's really not that bad. And to have one that is not absolutely going to break. And the point of this is now that this won't break, it doesn't matter how. Let's go ahead and I'll simulate this. I'll show you that this just will not break. It will not trip that second one. So, whoops, this one was bone. Here's the items. Oh no, it's the arrows. Let's do the bone. Crap, no, we'll do the arrows. I'll just go like this. I've got enough. Go like this. Now that would be enough in this one, because all we needed was 46 items in that sorter to trip the second one. But see, it's not tripped. The bone or the arrows are staying in this sorter. It's not dumping out. It's assuming that it's full, because this won't go down any further. If all these hoppers and chests are full and piled up in here, even if there's no redstone signal, the items won't drop down because, well, it's full. You can't overfill it. So that's great. That's what we're trying to achieve there. Awesome, awesome. Let's go ahead and make it daytime again. It's about ready to switch. Okay. So, yeah, I didn't set up a command block for that. And for the very end one, it doesn't matter if it's miscellaneous or whatever. You don't need this setup at all. You just have your miscellaneous area, and boom, it's going to fill out there. Not a big deal. Okay, now let me explain this disposal. The way this disposal is going to work is, let's assume that your arrows is full, just like it is now, right? And I can't simulate that. Can I simulate this? You know, I can. I could put in a ton of arrows in here to really finish this out, but yeah, I guess if we want me, I could do that. Let's go like this. Let's just put in 3, 4. Well, we're going to need a crud ton of these because we got 2 hoppers to fill up. But what's going to happen, oh, hopefully this is enough. What's going to happen is once I go through, you'll see that this, The item sorter. Yeah, okay. I was messing up there. Okay. The item sorter will fill up. Okay. Let's help this fill up. Alright. So that one filled up. Now this one's going to end up not filling up. Where's it at? Where's it going? Oh, it's, you know what? It's going to come down here. That was the problem, is the miscellaneous. Now it's filling up the miscellaneous. So even if you fill up on arrows, that was my fallback design here too, also with putting the miscellaneous at the end. Even if, you know, you fill up on arrows or bones, if your miscellaneous isn't full, then it'll continue to fill that up. Okay, so let's go ahead and break that hopper. All right, so now it's assuming your miscellaneous is full too. It comes down, and of course these are arrows, so it's actually going to shoot them. It's going to shoot all these arrows too. That's awesome. No, it's not. Let's go like... Alright, so you know the path works here. Let's get rid of these arrows. I don't want arrows. Let's put something in that will burn. That was fun. Alright. Yeah, well, you can make that into a mob trap too if you want. You can set that up to shoot arrows at your skeletons or your mobs or whatever. Okay, so now let's assume that it's not the arrows and it's bones or your miscellaneous items. It just comes in here. I put the glass in here so you can watch it. You can do it in your real world or whatever if you want to. But yeah, we just got this set up on a pulse here, and it just takes it and just destroys it. Obviously, you won't have this many going through at a time. If it's just set up to your mob farm to automatically collect all the items, then that's what it's going to do. So, I probably took way too long explaining this, but building it's really not too complex. I'll explain how it goes here. Hopefully this is just about at the end. It is. And then once it's done with items, yeah, you're only going to have 1 or 2 items really come in here at a time, turn on, and, you know, you'll get, this is about all you're going to get at a time. You'll get a couple bones that come in because it's full, or a couple pieces of armor that come in. So it's not going to constantly go like that, drive you nuts, all right? So, and this is movable wherever you want. You know, I just kind of did it spaced apart. Obviously, we can put it closer to the end here. You know, we can move it up front if you really want to watch it and stick it next to your chest. You can do that. I plan on putting it kind of behind the wall, and I'll make it like a maintenance area. All right, so let's go ahead and turn around, and let me show you how I built this. All right, here we are. So let's just turn around here. We didn't go too far. Let's go ahead and start with the basics. Let's go ahead and I don't know if I'll show you putting in all 3, but you know, like I said, this is infinitely expandable. You can do it as far as you want, as much as you want. You've probably seen this design before. 2, 3. We need 3 hoppers here. I'll explain as we go along here. Put them, shift click them into the back of each of these chests. All right, and then let's go ahead, and I alternated normal, trap, normal. So let's keep with that. You don't need to keep with that on this, but we will. So normal, I said. And like, you know, you can make this pretty much as high as you want. I would suggest to make simplicity, no matter how high you make it, if you want to put more chests in here, always end with your last chest closest, just like this, closest to your end box, because that's the way the hoppers and the sorter is going to come through. This is going to be the easiest way. All right, so now take your hopper and aim it into that bottom chest, so everything drops out of here, goes into there. All right, and then same thing there, drops down to there, into here, and here, all the way around, and then it'll suck out there and go into that chest. So just demonstrate that it works. Awesome. All right, so go ahead and do that for these other ones. Alternating here, we got the trap chest. Alright, now we got that set up here, so now let's set up the item sorter. Alright, let's say this will be our first one. We're going to enter every, oops, shift click, shift click, shift click. Put the first one going down here. Actually, let's go ahead and move this to the back. Alright, this one goes down into there. Now this one is kind of important. You don't want this aiming downward. You want it aiming any side direction. You just don't want to aim it straight down. So go ahead and shift click into a brick, then destroy that brick. I'm sure it got sucked up in the hopper and it's down in there now. Okay, that's important. This is our item sorter. Alright, so now this one we need to have facing that way. So let's go ahead and do this again here. Alright. And then have all your pipes, or all your hoppers rather, come on, get out of there, face along the line here. Alright, see they're facing the same way. This is the way the items are going to run. They're going to come in from left and go to the right. Alright, you can change the direction on this however you want. This is going to be kind of confusing for me because I'm building it opposite of that one as far as left right goes. Now this is also important. Your chest that you're going to dump all your items into, don't make it the one over your first box. Have at least one like this off to the side. Otherwise, it's not going to sort. It feeds too fast going through this. It feeds too fast, and it'll split your order. Half your arrows will go here. If you put in a stack of 64, 32 are going to go down, and the other 32 are going to shoot to the end. So make sure you do it this way. Just trust me. And then you can go up from here. You can go up or out, however you want, but at least one. So let's go ahead. We'll put a trap chest so it doesn't send the items until we close it. And yeah, that's good. So let's just go ahead. We don't have the item sorter set out yet, so we'll just put this in, make sure that it's going to suck it out. And everything should be coming right down in here, and it is. Perfect. Alright, so that works. Let's go ahead and just go ahead and do the same thing for the hoppers on these other ones. Alright, so now we got that all set up there. So now what we need to do is we need to set this up. This is just temporary block. We will destroy this block. This is just to help us set these out. Alright, now we can destroy these. This is where our redstone torches will go. Let's go ahead and the redstone torches are important. Do not forget them, otherwise your items will just fall through. Alright, they shut the hoppers off from working, so go ahead and do that. Alright, and then we need to put a block on top of there. Put on, well, we'll go ahead and do that all the way across. Put on your comparator. I don't know, I heard somebody say comparator and it's just been stuck in my head. It's comparator. Alright. Put them facing out, away from the end block, away from the hoppers. Okay, and alright. So right here, what you want to do, we want to alternate this. Go ahead and put in a block right there. We'll run this out, and then the comparator will fall right there. The power will go through this block of the hopper. It will sense through this one block that it works. So let's go ahead and set this up for items here. So this first one, we will make our arrows. Pick the middle hopper right here. This is the item sorter, the one that aims into nothing land. And you don't have to put all arrows in here. So this will come in handy if you're doing like your if you're doing diamonds and stuff. You don't want to waste all your diamonds to be able to put them in a sorter. And actually we'll put 19 in here because once we hook up the redstone that'll fall through, and we'll need that one more to fall through. But you can put like shovels in here, something that doesn't stack. You can put in here in all of them, you know, wooden shovels in all of them, so that way you don't waste your resources just to be able to sort the items. You'll still have to put the item you want to sort here in the very end and make it the majority of it, but you know, the 18, which that'll end up being 18. You'll have to put in 19 because this one will hold one right there once we hook up the redstone. Okay, but yeah, see, so now that one's got power there. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll make this one bone. We'll do that as well. And then this one, we won't put anything in this. This is going to be miscellaneous. And actually, we could have ran this one, since this is going to be miscellaneous, we can run this hopper straight down into it. Oops. Oh, come on. there we go, shift click. And then everything will just fall straight down into it. Not a big deal. This one can aim straight down to that one as well if you want, but not a big deal. It'll still shoot straight through. And we don't need the redstone or the comparator. I'm just doing this. I'm gonna finish this just to show. We don't need this though, but yeah, so see through the block, it's getting power. So now we need to go ahead and draw this out some here. And alright, so go ahead and drop a couple blocks there. The comparator will push its power into the block. Run a couple redstone like that. Alright, that way it goes like that. I know we caught a signal there. Not a big deal. We shall fix that in just a second. Take a block of your choice. It doesn't matter what block you use, really. I mean, don't use a redstone block, obviously, but see, and then it breaks the signal. So there we go. That's separate right there. And same thing with this. If this wasn't our miscellaneous, you would go like this, and you'd run a couple out, and then put a couple redstone up on there, and it breaks the signal from that as well. All right. Now, as we do this, we'll need sticky pistons, and you'll need your redstone block. Okay. You only want your redstone from your comparator to redstone dust. That's all you want. Alright, so let's go ahead. Otherwise, it's going to request too much of a signal before it turns on. I mean, you could technically do more, but you don't want to, trust me. Alright, take my word for it. Alright, there's that one. That one's turned on because it's got items in it. And until we break it. Drew a blank there. Sorry, I've only built this the one time, so hook it right on the redstone right there. Alright. And then that one. This doesn't have to be here, like I said. This is for just for posterity, just so you can see it if we had 3. This is miscellaneous, so this is no good. I'll end up breaking this out at the end. Okay, so now, well, let's go ahead and break that for real quick. Now what we need to do is we need to run some blocks underneath this, draw this back a couple blocks. So that when these drop down, okay, so let's put in that right there. That won't have to come out. All right, let's do, and just what you got to do is you got to alternate these. Repeater, redstone dust. Where did my redstone dust go? Redstone dust in the middle. And then redstone right there, and a repeater there. And if we were running one on this side, then you go like this. And then you just, all the way down, you just, you know, alternate it back and forth just like this. So now we take our redstone. There we go. And it just completed the circuit and forced, oops, the last item through. So yeah, like I said, it dropped the one that was in here into there. Same thing with that one. I won't be able to click on it because it's underneath all this. But yeah, so then that was it. So now we go like this and we drop in 9 arrows. The arrows are going to fall. There we go. See them falling in? All 9 arrows. So yeah, sweet. That works. Now for the redstone lamps, okay, the way we end up doing that is we can just go ahead and oops, cover up these hoppers. And right on top, go ahead and put our redstone lamps in there. And then you need a comparator. Oops, I did that wrong. We need this to come out because we can't have a comparator powering the redstone lamp itself. We need to have, so put those right over the chest. All right, now we need to put a block right behind them. I guess I did a little backwards. I should just put that in there. And then your comparator like that, facing into the lamps. So that should work. So now let's go ahead and put in just a couple arrows and a couple bones. And then we didn't set up that last one, so it should all still be miscellaneous. Let's go like that. Boom, it's filling that one up. Now it's filling that one up. And now it's filling that one up. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. And then you can decorate it however you want. You know, like I have here, you can put in your item thingy jigs right there. Okay. So that's it. That's the item sorter done. Like I said, this is the end chest, so we don't need all this redstone. I was just showing you how it would look if you kept it going. You know, so you go like this and build out another one. This one would be repeater, redstone dust, just like that. And it just looked like that all the way back down. All right, so let's go ahead and flip it around and show you guys the garbage disposal. All right, so just as a reminder, this is how it works. It just any leftover items comes down, hits a dispenser, and the dispenser powers on when we got a comparator in there. It senses it, completes a signal, and pulses, and automatically fires the items into. And we could set the delay a little bit faster if we want. Let's go ahead and set the day, set the time here, and then it just burns it up into lava. Easy peasy. So let me show you how this is built. What we're going to have to do here, and I lied, I didn't take that into consideration, the garbage disposal. So that hopper can't be straight down. So let's go ahead and go like this, which is fine. It's not going to affect. It's not going to affect the last item right here, anything, because there's no redstone signal that will be powering this because we took all this out. Yeah, we don't need all this, like I said. Let's tear it out just so you know. Alright, you could fill it in with just the brick. To be careful too. You don't want to, if you fill this in and you put a brick like right here, it's going to complete a signal to this and it's going to drop the items. Don't do that. Just leave this. Dang weather. It's always got to rain on you when you're doing a tutorial, doesn't it? Alright, so let's go ahead and call this one good. Let's go like that. Aim this hopper down or whatever. We're going to end up doing this towards the dispenser. I believe I only had it going down just a couple. It doesn't matter. Your ground level, just whatever's going to end up working for you is going to work for you. Alright, and then let's go ahead and build up some. Let's see, is this where we're at? That's where we're at. Sweet. Go ahead and put that up one more. Let's put the dispenser facing whatever direction you want to put the dispenser. It doesn't really matter. A lot of this is just the way you can, because I know how it is in your worlds. You know, it's hard to put things exactly how you see it in the tutorial. Let's see like that. But you want to face it out. Wherever you want your lava at is where you're going to put it. And so we'll put it out. Actually, we'll just for my clarity, we'll put it off on the side like that. Okay. And then now we need to complete the circuit. What's going to happen here is a couple blocks here. We need a comparator. We just need a comparator right here. And whenever an item goes into the dispenser, it's going to power the comparator. Okay. And that's what we want. So right out of that, we only want it to know when there's one signal, okay, or when there's one item in there. We don't want it to wait for any extra items before it fires. So immediately put a repeater after that. I believe I got this set to a couple tick delay right there. Do I have a couple ticks? Nope, I don't have any ticks on that one. Okay. We'll end up needing another sticky piston for this. So no delay. Let's go ahead and set that. I'll just set. You can do it if you want to slow down your timing, your fire rate, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. Okay. Then your redstone signal, bring it down here. All right, now we're going to put in our piston right here. This will complete the circuit and break the circuit all at the same time. I already got it there. All right, and then block, just a normal block, cobblestone, stone brick, whatever you got right here. Bring out here another redstone. And let's see. Yeah, so it comes out. Oh, we're gonna have to put it. We got to put a repeater right there. This is important. This one does have to have a delay. Otherwise, it's gonna move so fast. It has to have at least a 1 tick delay. 2 is gonna be the best. All right. Otherwise, it's gonna fire too fast, and this brick's gonna fall apart. So it won't, or the piston will leave it behind. It won't retract it. Okay, so let's go ahead and fill this in a little bit. Right. The signal's gonna have to come back this way. So yeah, like we said, we got the repeater. Before you ever fire it, put in 2 ticks, and then we'll go like that. Bring the signal back around. All right, and then back around there. Sorry, I've only built this once, so I'm a little unsure exactly how it goes. All right. And then we've got underneath here, we'll have no, we need to go down one more. Sorry about that. Need to go down one more. All right, so yeah, sorry, I had to go cheat again and look at that thing here. All right, we've got the redstone. Let's actually put that redstone on this side. Okay. And we got to shut that redstone signal off. So what we do is, and this does need to be up like this. This is fine. I believe this should work. Goes right back into there. So now, when there is an item that is put in, there we go. Just spit them right back out at me. So yeah, that completes the circuit. You, like I said, you can make it a little bit tighter if you want. You go through a design. I just kind of wanted to make this open. This wasn't more or less a compact design that I was trying to build. I was trying to build a functional build. So, alright, so yeah. So we've got the redstone that comes across, that all works. So now we need to build the lava pit. Alright. Like this. I actually did some glass so we could see what was going on. Where'd my glass go? So yeah, let's go ahead and put in some glass. Bam, bam. Like that. Build it up a couple tall. You want to make sure to put your roof on there because we just don't want it. It's a little unpredictable with the lava, or with the dispenser, how it kicks it out. Sometimes it kicks it up high. So yeah, just make sure you have your roof on there. Dump some lava right in there. Grab your sealer brick, like that, seal it up, and there we go, and that's it. So let's go ahead now and just drop in a couple items into that hopper. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot the arrows just stick to the glass. That'll go. No, actually, I didn't want that many. Alright, so yeah, there we go. That's it. It continues to work just like that. And you can put this at the end of your main item sorting. And, you know, because eventually you get so much cobblestone, you don't care, right? You just don't care. You just want to dump it, you know. And if you end up dumping too much cobblestone or burning up too much cobblestone, just build a generator. Obviously, you don't want to do this with your diamonds, but if you get that many diamonds to fill that stuff up, I bet you really don't care if you destroy it or not. You've got a pretty good mind going on if that's the case. No, we want to change the time. There we go. There we go. All right. So yeah, and then you can just decorate it however you want. So I'm sorry, this probably took a little bit longer than you had hoped. But there it is. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. I know that tutorial probably took a little longer than anticipated. I try to be as thorough as possible when it comes to my tutorials. But here is the end result. I went ahead and built the entire base or house or fort or whatever you want to call it. I built it all. I was going to show it, but because, you know, I didn't want to make this a 4-part series, I didn't think it needed to be for that. So let's go run over there and take a look at it, huh? Open this up. Relatively starving. We got one more thing that I want to go ahead and do that I would like to go. I went ahead and build this path too. Uh-oh. What's up, man?
What the fuck?
What the...
What the fuck?
See, Mr. Creeper, die.
What the fuck?
Die. Oh, another creeper. Let's just run. Let's just run. Skeleton getting after me here. Alright, yeah, so... I had to run by those guys, but here's what it looks like on the outside. Nice little... I have no idea what just blew up. I have no idea what just blew up. That was kind of odd. Looks like there's a hole in my ground over there. Huh. I don't know. That was really kind of strange. Alright, let me show you guys this. Show you guys what we did here. Got the door lock here. Locks the piston doors so nothing can get in or out. Makes it handy for if you're in here at night or, you know, you walk AFK, you don't want zombies opening up the door from the outside. Grinder, what this one does, this opens up the pistons and sends them into the lava bucket, into lava there. And this one here is the volume control, what I call the volume control. What I did here, and you can hear pistons, I ran piston doors, or piston whatever there. What I did, oops, I thought I was going to do it. What I did was I put in 4, there's one over here on the other side, and 2 over there on the other side opposite. Redstone lanterns here. I did it because I wanted to shut them off while I was in here building it, and for some reason it's not shutting them off, but it greatly reduces its output. So if you're in here doing some work, or when you're building yours, you want to do it, build that, and it'll at least slow them down for you, so you know you don't have to sit there and listen to them the entire time. And you might have heard the pistons working for the sorting system. What we got here, we got the item flush. Anything extra that you might get here while you're knocking them down, because it's not going to suck them all down before it drops them. You can just throw them in here and it'll send it down to the sorter. And back here, this is just a basic maintenance room. I had to hide these pistons back here. I could have drew this wall in here, but I just wanted to square everything out. So I may throw in some chests or something in here for some random storage. I don't know. We'll see. Not a big deal about that. Putting some glowstone lighting. I like that. That's a painting for this texture pack, and I thought it actually went pretty good with my anvil there. Let's see. I got some paper here. I made a bunch of books, so that way I can just, if I don't want to enchant a tool or whatever, you know, I'll do a book. I've already did a couple here. I had a sharpness, and I put it to my sword, but for some reason, I don't know. Even though it took my book and it took my experience points, it didn't actually put sharpness on there for some reason. Maybe sharpness isn't for the sword. Anyways. Okay, and yeah, my enchanting room in here. Built that up. It's pretty much a replica of the one back at the base. And let's go down here. This is the bread and butter of it. This is what you just spent 30 minutes watching. This is just basic if you want to throw some stuff in here or whatever. I pretty much did that because I was repairing a bunch of bows, and I'll show you why. I was repairing a bunch of bows and making whole bows out of it. Look at this. This is just from building the thing with it on low flow. It's already got a full chest down here and starting to back up into the hoppers. I think it just recently started filling up, though. But yeah, the reason why I was doing that was I figured, you know, if we're getting the bows, you know, might as well make some dispensers out of them, right? I mean, because eventually I'll end up using some dispensers for, you know, like the wheat farm and, you know, things like that. So let's check back here. I pretty much filled in this. I'm not going to go over this. I just went over it in the tutorial. But this is how it shaped out in my world. I kind of cramped everything together a little closer than I did in that tutorial. And, yeah, I walled everything in and sealed up, put in some lights. We shouldn't get really anything spawning back here. I feel pretty confident nothing's going to spawn in here. But, yeah, same principle here. Got the pistons going down, and, yeah, I just walled everything in. Real basic. All the wiring for this is, you know, on the other side of this. And pretty basic stuff. You know, what you just got done watching half hour's worth. So there is one last thing I want to do, you know, with you guys for decoration here is, yeah, and I put a clock up on the wall. See, so it's midday. That's pretty cool. And that was just to fill up some space there. So, yeah, fill up some empty space. I think it came out pretty good. You guys have to let me know what you think. Piston doors. I wish I could make that a little less conspicuous, but, yeah, you know. Real quick, too, I got to move all these items back. A bunch of dirt. I ended up with a bunch of dirt. Oh, come on, jump. I ended up having to knock down this hill back here quite a bit more. But it's alright. That's why I ended up with a bunch more dirt. I put a bunch of torches around to help keep spawning down to a minimum from skeletons out here. We want them all spawning inside that room. Yeah, so with the glowstone, it covers most of the light on the roof there, but I put some torches anyways, just in case. This cave system, I didn't fill in this entire cave system. It was actually decent size, but I lit it all up. It's all lit up, and then I filled in a big chunk of it all down here. It's all filled up with a lot of dirt, including right up in here. I filled it all in. So, yeah, so did that. So, yeah, like I said, there's one last thing I'd like to do with you guys. One last little bit of decoration. What I was talking about a while ago, an idea I did in my test world for the lava was I put glass on all the outside here. I filled in the entire outside and then the entire outside here. And then in the middle, I put at the very top 4 source buckets of lava. Let it run down. It looked actually pretty epic. And then I cut a hole right here because right below this is where that lava's at. And then I just let that run in and be my lava blade. It was pretty cool. I kind of liked it. But that's what we're not going to do. I don't want to do that for this. What I'm going to, you probably saw it in my inventory here. What I want to do actually, oops, let's go ahead and go like this. Just in case I mess up, take that. We're just going to run glass panes. I got the black tinted glass panes. So I'm not going to make you guys suffer through watching me put all this in. I'm just going to go ahead and speed through this, and I'll see you guys in a minute when I'm done. Alright guys, here we go. Guys and gals, I'm sure there's probably a gal out there watching. Here we go, that's what it looks like. I think it came out pretty good. It'd be nice if it was oh, I can't even think of it. You know, the texture pack where everything was meshed together. Anyways, yeah, so I figured this is a good outro spot. Let's go ahead and F5. Let's go ahead and check that out. That is awesome. I like that outro right there. There we go. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Yeah, hope you learned something out of it. Hope you can apply some of this into your test world, or into your play world, rather. And yeah, if you got any questions, let me know. Throw it down there in the bottom, and I will answer your question as soon as I see it. Well, as always, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If you could do me a favor, go down, hit that like button. It helps me out a ton. If you're new to the channel, go down there, hit that subscribe button as well. It's right there next to the like button. You can follow me on Twitter at 3Prong Gaming. You can also like me on Facebook under the same name. It should be there at the bottom of the screen. You can also check me out on Twitch now. I am over there on Twitch. Part of this build actually is on Twitch. You can watch me bust this out a little bit, do a little design ideas, and I got about 2 hours worth of building this up over there on Twitch. Should be right there on the screen. The same name as my YouTube channel, Short Bus Trip. Go ahead and check that out. And go ahead and check out one of the other videos playing on the screen right there. Let me know what you think of those. And as always, keep on building. Till next time, peace.